Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. This is Janie Crick tuning in live. Ooh, that sun just came out of nowhere. I hope you're doing great. I'm gonna go over here. Oh, this is weird. Okay, I'm back. I'll just be in the sun for a little bit. It'll be nice. Take these off, get cozy. So hello, welcome to your Sunday morning meditation with Mother Mary. And we'll be tuning into the energies today based on the letter that we read on Friday. And the letter that we read on Friday was from the Living Letters of Mother Mary by Barbara Beach. And it was speaking to us about the current feelings that we are each having in this time. That we're going through phases of sadness and phases of grief. That the world that we once lived in is shifting, and we are beginning to see our life from a 3D perspective to now seeing our life in a 5D perspective. The extra dimensions of opening ourselves up to spirit realm, to talking and speaking with our guides, our guardians, our angels, our ancestors, to opening ourselves up to a broader form of communication than just speaking with each other as humans in a very 3D way. Many of you have been going through this process for quite a while now, and many of you have already gone through the process of the growing pains of shifting your reality. But many of us are going through this for the first time right now, particularly those in the 7th generation. And it's something that we have challenges around. It's something that we face struggle around. And a lot of this has to do with the people and the lifestyle that we'll be leaving behind. You can't take it with you. You can't take the 3D world with you into the 5D because that's not how it works. You can't think in the same closed-minded way as you used to and still be open to the higher vibrations of the 5D world. And so with that, there is some pain and sadness and struggle. And then there's also acceptance. In the letter that we read from Mother Mary, she reminded us to not always think of the past as being so terrible, to not always think of it being such a struggle filled with challenges, but to also remember that it was full of joy and love and authenticity, and you doing everything in that moment that you thought was right and true. But there's a balance, and we have to see both. And we have to honor the path that has led us up into this moment of truly opening ourselves up to this higher energy. So today we're going to be getting into a meditation about balance, about seeing both the good and the bad that has happened in our lives, honoring both the good and the bad that has happened in our lives, and then also we're going to be getting into a space of letting go of attachment. Knowing that the only person that you have control over, that you can take action for, is yourself. And in knowing that, we have to let go of what others decide to do with their lives and honor their paths and send them love and service and example. So these are the growing pains of shifting your perspective. So why don't we go ahead and get into a nice meditative space this morning, this beautiful Sunday, November morning. I'm in Tennessee, and it's true what they say. Tennessee is one of the most beautiful states during the fall. So I'm getting to enjoy this morning. So wherever you are, I send you a little bit of Tennessee color in the fall. So let's go ahead and close your eyes and get into a nice centered space. And let's go ahead and take 3 cleansing breaths, filling up the lungs all the way. And then when you exhale, releasing anything from this week, anything from this weekend, this month, this year that does not serve you in this moment. Deep inhale, filling up the lungs all the way. And exhale. Good. Inhale, filling up the lungs all the way. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now I want you to take a moment wherever you are to, with your eyes remaining closed, observe the noises that you hear around you. Without turning your head, draw attention to the different noises that are occurring around you in this moment, in this very moment. Notice how your attention shifts from in front of you to behind you, to above you, to below you, to the left and right. And how so quickly and so precisely we can shift our focus. I call in Merlin and Hari Baba to aid me in creating a vortex in this space. I create this vortex centered here. I ask permission of Lady Gaia to ground this vortex into the center of the earth. Thank you. I ground this vortex now. I raise this vortex all the way up to Mother, Father, God, Source. I widen this vortex to contain the entirety of my space right here in Tennessee. And then I send a portal, a vortex, to anyone receiving this. Wherever you are, this vortex now encompasses you for the entire duration of this video, of this meditation. When this meditation is over, the vortex will close. I raise the vibration up to just below the speed of physical light. Any energies lower than the Mahatma love without condition that are in this space now will clear. No energies lower than the Mahatma love without condition are allowed into this space. This is a space of love and of light and of truth. All energies lower than that vibration will clear now. Clear, clear, clear. Transmute, transmute, transmute. I'd like to call in Mother Mary, Mother who holds us so dear, who nurtures us, reminds us that we are worthy of our own healing and that we are worthy of connection with others who are healing. And that when we connect in our truth and our vulnerability and our heart open space, that there is so much more possibility. So much more than life as we see on this 3D plane. I call in Archangel Michael to help us and understand that our voice matters. that who we are and what we have to offer this world matters. And that if ever at any time we feel confused by anything, by the pull between how our lives used to be and how our lives are, that we find empowerment through our voice, through our throat, through our truth. And we approach it with ease and grace and delight and joy and compassion and love. Gamuel is here to help us with this throat chakra. I call on Archangel Michael to bring in a pillar of protection. Thank you. For myself in delivering this message, and for anyone receiving this message in this moment. I am an instrument of divine will. I am that I am, the Mahatma in love. It is my intention to be free from picking up any energies lower than the Mahatma love without condition during this exchange. Finding yourself again in that centered space, in that centered place in your body, I invite you to imagine that there's this beautiful pitcher of water hovering right above your head. And this water is filled with the most divine, pure, and celestial water. Ancient wisdom is held in this water that has been around as long as this planet has been around. And because water is the most easily charged element, we imagine this pitcher of water above our head being charged to the highest vibration. We send that energy into this water. We send it, charge it, charge it, charge it. We are only capable of what we can do with our minds and our hearts. But we are capable of doing so much. So if you believe you can charge this water to its highest vibration, do it. So imagining now this picture of completely charged water hovering above your head, and it begins to slowly tilt to one side. And as it tilts to one side, it pours over your crown chakra, over the crown of your body, your head, the highest point of your body. And it rolls over the front of your face, the sides of your head, down your hair, down the back of your head, over your mouth, your throat, and it rolls over every inch of your body, touching every bit of surface on the outside, and also pouring into the inside of your crown chakra, covering everything on the inside of your body. Completely enveloped in this water, you still feel as it covers you. And it rolls down your arms. And it rolls down each and every vertebrae of your spine. It rolls down your shoulder blades, down your back, down the front of your body, over your breasts, over your chest, over your sternum, your belly, down over your low back, your glutes, down over your groin, your genitalia, your hips, your thighs. It rolls over every inch of your leg, down your hamstrings, down the backs of your knees, down your calves, all the way down to your heels. It rolls over the tops of your knees, over your shins, over the tops of your feet, until finally it's covering your feet. Every inch of your being has now been covered by this beautiful celestial water, and it is rolling now over your toes, between your toes and the bottoms of your feet, until finally it rolls off of your body and rolls onto Mother Earth. And you can visualize this water rolling off of your body, off of your feet, to the earth below you, where finally Mother Earth begins to absorb this water. She absorbs anything that doesn't serve you. This water, so pure, has picked up anything that doesn't serve you. And Mother Earth is absorbing it, relieving you of the duty to hold on to those things. Whether they are ideas that you have created yourself, self-doubt, or if they're ideas that have been put into your light body by other people, deciding that their idea of your life is more valuable than your idea of your life, ideas which do not belong to you. The water absorbs those ideas and takes them. And Mother Earth absorbs that water, and she transmutes it. We ask you, Mother Earth, transmute these things. Transmute, transmute, transmute. Taking a full breath into the body. And exhale. Feeling so fresh, so clean, so renewed, can sometimes feel depleting. Like we have taken everything from our entire life that we have said is our truth. We have recognized it as our untruth, and we have let go of it. There is obvious shifts. There is obvious sadness. There is obvious grief. This grieving process is beautiful. Just as it is beautiful to see all of the leaves finally change color and leave the tree. I'm going to turn you around for a second. So as we shift this, as we change this, we open ourselves up to something completely new. We open ourselves up to shifting our reality. So from this place of releasing anything that doesn't serve you, I invite you now to tune into the body again. Tune into this very moment. Let's take 3 deep breaths together, filling up the lungs all the way. Full breath in. And exhale. Good. Full breath in, filling up the lungs all the way. And exhale. I want you to imagine now and draw attention to your root chakra. Your root chakra is located at the base of your spine in the center of the pelvic bowl, and it is a nice red color, this grounding chakra. And from the center of this wheel of light, I want you to imagine that there is a cord, and you drop it down, down, down to the center of the earth. And it stays connected to your root chakra, but you also let it sink to the depths of Mother Earth. We ask permission of Mother Earth to connect our cords to the center of her heart, to the center of her being, allowing us to be grounded in this moment. And once your cord is attached to the center of the earth, you can feel it between you and your root chakra and the center of the earth. We pull that cord tight, so we're not just flying all around, but that we are focused in this place. So now that you are completely grounded into the center of the earth, let's go ahead and take some breaths aligning our chakras. From the center of Mother Earth, we take a deep breath in, filling up the lungs all the way, and breathing right into this root chakra. Breathing in and exhaling. Good. Drawing attention now to our sacral chakra, located just below the belly button. We take a deep breath in from the center of Mother Earth, up the cord, into our root chakra, into this sacral chakra. We breathe in and we exhale. Now breathing in from the center of the earth, up through the cord, up through the root chakra, up through the sacral chakra. We breathe into this solar plexus chakra. We exhale. Feeling Mother Earth nurture us, we take a breath in from the center of the earth, up through the cord, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, and into the heart chakra, beaming that heart chakra open. Let's take one more breath right into that heart-centered place. Feeling that connection, feeling that gratitude, feeling that love. Now again, from the center of the earth, we breathe up through this cord, up into the root chakra, up into the sacral chakra, up into the solar plexus, into the heart, and finally into our throat chakra. Igniting self-truth. Knowing that when we speak from a place of self-truth, that truth without compassion is hurtful. That we can speak from a space of self-truth and honor our truth, but also be compassionate. There's always a way to find the right words for every moment that will make you understood in your truest way. Again, tuning into the center of Mother Earth, breathing in through this cord, in through the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, now into the third eye chakra. Connecting to that intuition. Connecting to that knowingness, that intuition in yourself. Remembering that we went through the heart chakra to get to that third eye chakra. It's very important to know that our intuition can sometimes lead us into a direction of being too in our minds. Actually, that's our humanness, our ego. But that when we first stop at the heart and then get into the intuition and the mind, that we will be more centered. And then finally, breathing in from the center of the earth, up through this cord, up through the root chakra, up through the sacral chakra, up through the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, now into this crown chakra on the top of your head. Breathing into that crown chakra, that which connects you to the universal light, to all that is, to that oneness. It connects you up to Mother, Father, God Source, to the angels, to our ancestors. And from this crown chakra, I want you to imagine that there is this beautiful lotus flower located on the top of your head. We're going to take 3 breaths together, filling up the lungs all the way, and then taking complete exhales. So really join me in this moment. Again, imagining this lotus flower on top of our heads. And together we inhale, breathing into this space. Breathing into this lotus flower, and exhale. Good. Breathing into this lotus flower on the top of our head. And exhale. And then finally, on this last breath, we allow this lotus flower to open up completely. On the inhale, we're visualizing it unfurling. And on the exhale, it is completely open. And you imagine a white beam of light coming from the center of this lotus flower, connecting you up to Source. Up to Mother, Father, God Source, up to universal light, up to our star brothers and sisters, up to the angels. Feeling that connection of being so high and so up on that vibration, but also feeling that cord that is connecting you to the center of the earth. These feelings don't fight each other, but they work together. They help us to find balance. When we are 2 in our heads, we find the earth. We find our grounding. When we are depressed and like we feel like we can't move, we open ourselves up to the possibility. Sometimes it's challenging to step into a space of self-truth when people don't see it the way you see it. And that's okay. It's okay for people to question you. It's okay for people to give you a hard time. It's okay for people to get frustrated. But what we have to do in these moments is remember our centering, remember our grounding. Remember that anything that they are giving to you in that moment doesn't belong to you. It's not yours to fix. It's not yours to change. The only person that you are responsible for is yourself. And that can be challenging when you're an empath, wanting to help people, wanting to show people, wanting to inspire people and teach people. But it's not your job to change anyone. If you meet someone of a lower vibration than you, send them love and keep going. Know how to set boundaries with them. Boundaries with yourself. Tune into that throat chakra with Archangel Michael. And speak your truth, but speak with compassion. Knowing that people might not get it right away, or ever. All you can do is be genuine and true to yourself. So if you ever find yourself in a space where you're trying to be your authentic self, where you're trying to listen, where you're trying to show love, where you're trying to offer different insights into a reality that does exist, this 5-dimensional reality, if you ever feel like you aren't being received, also know that if a person hasn't made room to ask the question, they haven't made room in themselves to cultivate and come up with a question about something, about energy, about healing, about the challenges of being in your truth. If they haven't created the space in them to ask that question of you, they haven't created the space to receive the answer. So it's important for us to know when to give and when to just be. We don't have to overgive. In fact, if we do, it will drain us. If you see someone who is having a hard time, but they're putting up walls or they're not asking for help, any help that you give them, they won't be able to receive it. So you just have to show them love. This can be a very challenging thing to do because we like seeing the result of our work. And a lot of times this is based in planting seeds of just showing compassion and then trusting Spirit to take it, to plant it, and to nurture it, or not. But that's what we're moving into in this 5D world. We're moving into a space of trust. Just because others are questioning your life and your lifestyle doesn't mean you have to as well. You can find your center. You can find your heart. You can find your compassion. And you can keep going. I'd like to thank any guides, guardians, angels, and ancestors who are here assisting in this message today. Thank you, Mother Mary, for the nurture that you give, for the worthiness that you remind us of, that we are all worth healing, but we have to take that action ourselves. And we can't depend on anyone else to save us. Just like the only person we can save is ourselves. Thank you to Archangel Michael for igniting this throat chakra energy this passion, this truth. This drive. Thank you. Thank you, Merlin and Hari Baba, for holding this space. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for keeping us safe during this message. Coming back to this space, we take 3 breaths together, filling up the lungs all the way. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, full breath in, filling up the lungs all the way. Holding at the top. Holding until you can't hold anymore. And then releasing. Slowly allowing your eyes to come open, coming back to this space. Welcome back. Hello. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Thank you for the work that you keep putting into your path, into your light. If you ever need any help, or if you ever are having any troubles or anything, you can reach out on this page. You can leave a comment. You can send me a personal message if you'd like. If you'd like to leave a comment on this video, or if you feel like this video can help someone else, go ahead and share it. But if anything, thank you so much for showing up. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. It's the last day. I hope you've enjoyed this extra hour of sleep and this daylight savings. And I hope that you have a great week to come. Thank you. Bye.